friends. Welcome to GemmaDarlingDaily. I'm your host, Danielle, and I never know exactly what to say, even though I've done this 1,000 times. So, is this season 5? I think we're starting season 5 now. So season 5, episode 1, welcome. I haven't podcasted in a while. As per my usual, the pandemic's kind of hit me hard, and luckily it hasn't hit me hard in the pocket, which it's hit a lot of other people in their employment and, you know, the money that comes in. And so luckily it hasn't hit me that way. And luckily, knock on wood, my family is healthy so far. And but I'm telling you, I mean, like, I think you all know this, that this is hitting us mentally. And I'm very thankful for my knitting and for my fiber arts for giving me a little bit of respite. But I think that, you know, I have a charmed life, right? I do. I recognize it, being a homemaker and being able to stay home with my kids and do these things that other people maybe can't do if they have to work. And I've never been someone who has kept my house immaculately clean, but I'd like to think that it was, you know, not dirty. It was just a little messy. And I have totally lost it. I look at the messes some days and they are just getting to me. And you know, I'll have a day where I wipe down all the bathrooms and 10 minutes later they're just like shitted up again. And I'm like, can I just have 5 minutes where something is clean? You know, I mean, it's snowing outside. It's beautiful. Oh, the light is like beautiful right now. I love when it snows. To me, that's like quintessential winter. I love when it snows. My husband has told me that is because I don't have to shovel. And that is true. It is absolutely true. But I think it's beautiful. And it hopefully, since it's Super Bowl Sunday, it's going to keep everyone home from going to Super Bowl parties. Because, you know, the pandemic spiked around the holidays because people just didn't care. And I saw a lot of people I know going to their loved ones without being tested. I don't really understand how people can be taking those chances. But, I mean, I guess usually I'm the kind of person who says to each his own. But right now, we're all in this together. And, you know, people that get sick stress our healthcare system and they, you know, take up beds in our hospitals and then they threaten the lives of our healthcare professionals. So, you know, it's not really to each his own right now. But we're just coming out of that spike and everyone's like, oh, the cases are going down. No, they're going down because we're coming out of a spike. So it's not like a good place to be in. It's better than it was not a good place to be in. And now today is Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, I hate the Super Bowl. I'm just going to say it. In college, they used to make us, in marketing classes, we had to watch for all the commercials. Commercials are great. You can watch a YouTube channel the next day with all the commercials. You don't have to watch the game. I hate football. I know you guys are going to be like, this is an unpopular opinion. I am someone who loves soccer. I love it. I really just wish it was bigger here in America, like more of something that we appreciated, because it's a great sport. And I played it in high school and it was awful and I could only run when people were chasing me. So there you go. But I've always loved it. My husband made me watch Ted Lasso on Apple Plus, and I've always loved Jason Sudeikis, but that is funny. It's so funny. You have to watch it. You know how like when you watch Zoolander, the movie's not that great, but like you have so many quotes that it's funny, you know, to talk about with your friends. Well, Ted Lasso was so well done. I did not want it to end. I did not want it to end. I'll get into what I've been watching at the end, if I remember, and I've been watching a lot. But as I said, the pandemic's just weighing on me. I think it's just want my house to be clean. I mean, and these are like, you know, first world problems. Like, I know that's not really a problem. That's just a preference, but I cannot get on top of it. Franny and Sammy are destructo children. Just trying to get them to, like, you know, you played with something, put it away, take something new. I mean, there are days where Franny comes up to me and goes, Mom, I just don't know what to do right now. And I'm like, oh, really? You have 900 toys. You don't know what to play with? I feel bad for you. But today is a snow day. We had 3 days of snow last week. We had snow now. My poor husband. But hey, it's cardio, right? I wrote some stuff down. I'm trying to follow it. I'm glad you guys all liked Vlogmaka. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments. It was really fun to do. I did vlog Christmas, which was really fun. I just have to sit down and edit it. I've been having a lot of problems with my eyes lately, and they've been giving me a lot of headaches, and they make me very dizzy and very tired, and I want to go to the eye doctor. Last time I went, they tried to give me such a heavy prescription that the minute I put it on, I felt my eye muscles pulling, and it scared me. So I made them cut it in half. And I've been using that for a couple years, but it's not strong enough. And the problem is that this eye has gotten lazy, and this eye does everything. So they're not hitting. They're like missing each other. So it makes me dizzy. And it's why I don't craft more. I can only craft for a certain amount of time before I get like really tired because my eyes are straining. So everyone saw Gigi with the adorable orange glasses, and you know, she and Shelby are just, their glasses game is very strong. So I bought some glasses on Zlul, and the problem with me is that I order everything before I really check out how big something is. And you'll see when we get to my stashquisitions and you see what I've bought, some things are a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. These glasses that I bought 3 pairs. One just does not fit, so I have to figure out how to get that back to them. But I bought these other pairs, and I think that this style is wacky, but if they were like really oversized, it would have looked crazy cute, right? They're not oversized. I should have looked at the size, and I have a very small face in terms of measurements, and so for these to be small on me is weird, but I bought like these readers. Let me just say before I show you, their lenses are gorgeous. I buy readers in like Whole Foods and things, just because, you know, they have cute stuff. I just cut my hair, so it's driving me nuts. I buy readers in Whole Foods and stuff like that. They're like $8-10. You know, they're never like super expensive, but the lenses are plastic. I don't know what these lenses are made out of, but they are so good. And it's one of the reasons I kept them was because I didn't, even though I don't love the frame on me, I think that the glass itself will be useful. So, yeah. They're like so nuts. They're nuts. But I usually just wear them down my nose, and I look at my kids this way, and I like, you know, when I'm knitting on them. And the glass itself is so good. I mean, I have these little Purell packets, and you have to bend them in half to like squirt them in your hands. And we loaded up at the beginning of the pandemic because we didn't know we were going to be able to get them. And I cannot read what is on them at all. I can't. Even when it's like far away, because I'm farsighted, but I can't read them. So I put these on, clear as day. So I do recommend it. I mean, as I said, these are not cute on me. They're not. But as far as like, you know, glasses to knit with, no one needs to look cute. You don't need to look that cute, okay? Then I bought them in hot pink because why not? And I was like, okay. So they're just not cute on me. But again, lenses, so good. So the readers actually, I thought, were like really expensive for readers. I think between the frames were like $25, and then the glasses were $5, and then making them readers was another $20. So these were like $50. And I don't know, they don't have like a return policy where you just like return them. I think it would be an ordeal. I didn't really look into it, so I'm going to return that one pair maybe because they don't really even fit like on my nose, which is weird because I have the thinnest nose, like this weird little nose, and they don't fit. So I don't know. But those are my Z-Luls. I'll probably order more because that's what I do. Why do I keep dropping my phone? I know you guys probably don't love when I talk politics, or some of you maybe do, but hey, how about that interaction? I mean, did they not see this coming? Like, I just can't, I just really actually have no words anymore for what's going on in our government. Even though, you know, I was really, really scared that the inauguration something was going to happen. That like someone planted something that no one found and someone's gonna hurt someone. But now with what's going on with that representative from Georgia, whose name I will not say because I am not giving her any sort of like attention. yeah, she's just certifiably crazy. And, you know, like saying that like we Jews have lasers and we're starting fires from outer space. Well, I didn't get my laser. I don't know if it's coming through Amazon or what, but I'd really like my laser. So can someone get on that? Thanks. I mean, that's beyond. That's not even like having a political belief that someone doesn't believe in, or that you're like, you know, how like some Republicans like say they're so Christian, but then they won't feed poor people or heal the sick. Yeah, because that doesn't make sense. So it's not like just an opinion of disconnect that we're usually faced with. This is certifiable nuttiness. Yeah. She needs a psychological evaluation. And then she made her craptastic apology, which was not really an apology, and whatever. I just can't. I watch CNN all day. I read the AP, I read NPR. I try to read like all different kinds, but did I just draw on my chin? Whatever. It's probably giving me the anxiety that's giving me all these headaches, but yeah. So anyway, who owned that inauguration? Who owned it? Amanda Gorman. I mean, that young woman, if she's our future, we're in good hands. That poem, like, I mean, I remember when Maya Angelou read at Clinton's inauguration. I was little. I was young. I was a teenager. And I remember how powerful her voice was, even though I may not have understood everything she was expressing. Amanda had that. She has it. And she just, I don't know if it was that yellow coat or what it was, but she had presence that day. And I give that girl a round of applause. I mean, I was like in tears at the end of her poem. It was fantastic. She owned that inauguration. So I bought her children's book. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's all I'm going to talk about in terms of politics. I'm just sick of being upset. I have a lot of hope for the Biden administration. I really, really love watching the White House press briefings every day. They're around 1 o'clock, and Jensaki is really killing it. And she's she has a good presence, you know, and she says, I've answered that question 3 times. If you want me to answer it again, I'll do it. I don't know enough about that. We'll circle back tomorrow. And she does. I've seen it where she says something and she gets the answer and she gives it to them the next day. She is class, she is intelligence, and she is representing the White House with grace, and I'm grateful for her. I also like how, you know, Dr. Fauci now, someone put him in I don't know if it was a GIF or whatever it was, and it was him, and they put him to Return of the Mac, and it was like showing how, you know, the Trump administration really was suffocating him, and they didn't want him to spin the pandemic negative. So he said that the president would call him and just say that was very negative. And he's just like, I have to tell the people what's going on. And so now they put him to Return of the Mac. When he came in that first day and he told us what's really happening, it was refreshing to listen to that man with a muzzle off of him, because he really does know what he's talking about. And we really have to start paying attention to this, because at Christmas time, I remember, I don't know if it was my brother-in-law, he was driving past the mall and it was packed. And he just said, this virus is never going away. And I just thought that was really, really just a sad realization. One of my best friends had it this last couple weeks. He was COVID positive, and he, luckily, I believe the symptoms were not awful for him, but he got it when he was going to get his first dose of the vaccination. So I want everyone to be vaccinated. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I understand this is nerve-wracking because it's a new vaccine, but I was watching Bill Maher, and I don't expect you all to watch Bill Maher. I know that he's vulgar and he's outlandish sometimes, but he is an intelligent man. He has great guests. And he had on these 2 evolutionary biologists who talk about and study, you know, the evolution of viruses. And it was his first episode this year. So I believe it was last week. Maybe you can find it if you guys have HBO, or find it on YouTube. And they were talking about where they really think this virus came from and how it's behaving differently than other viruses. And it was really scary. But they were talking about the difference between the vaccines, how they're being made, and what they trust. And I thought that was really eye-opening. So I urge you to go and watch that. He also made a really great point at the end of his show. He gave an award to this man who I cannot remember his name. Waxman might have been. I'll put it in the down bar here. And he was talking about all like the pomp and circumstance that we see from the government, the people that want to be famous like Ted Cruz, or, you know, the ones who stand up and try to fight the power and everyone, and who wants their 15 minutes of fame. But he was saying when something does get passed, there are certain people that actually have to do the legwork to get it into action. And it was really interesting. And I believe this man's name was Waxman, and he wrote Obamacare. He wrote all of these bills. So like you get there, you know, you need to have them written down of what's going to happen, what changes in the government. It doesn't just happen poof. So he said, these are the unsung heroes of our government who actually write everything into law. These are things we will like never read, and that we need to appreciate these people. And it was really, really interesting. So even though Bill Maher is like really, really vulgar, if you can take it, if you were a Carlin fan, if you can take it, I urge you to watch his show because he really has great guests. So there you go. That's the end of my political rant. Let's go into some knitting now, okay? Okay, FOs. I finished this shawl that I was supposed to gift to my stepmother-in-law, and I have yet to send out because I wanted to show it to you guys on the podcast, which is really unfair to her. So, Margie, I'm really sorry. But this is the Gatsby shawl that I had been showing you, and it was a Dawn Landix design, Dawn Henderson, and I loved knitting it, and I knit it in Magpie Fibers. So first I'm going to show you an up close of this fabric that it created. I mean, it's really beautiful. I forget the name of this colorway. It's Night something, and this is the Swanky DK. The pattern calls for fingering weight, but I just went up to like a 7 or 8. I believe I used a 7 needle, and I did it in DK because I like DK shawls. I think that they're just they're warmer. So this is the shawl. It has this really, really pretty bottom border here. I can't see what you're seeing. That goes all the way out to the edge there. See? And I know that I did it in a fabric where maybe you can't see the detail so much. You can see it much more in person than you can. But there it is. And you block it. I should have blocked it a little bit more aggressively to make those into bigger peaks. But I think that there are bobbles right in the middle of those. And I just love it. I loved it. I thought it was really simple and just pretty. And so, you know, you wear your shawls. I don't know how she'll wear it, but it's a nice weight. And it's really, really warm. And I love it. So I'm gonna have to make one of those for myself. It's a good on-the-go knit. It's not mindless once you get to the bottom. You do have to pay attention to the lace pattern, but it was intuitive. After I did one pass, I got it. So it was nice. And then you just have to, there is an I-cord bind off. Took me a little while, not gonna lie, but they're worth it. They really are worth it. So this should be coming in the mail to you, Margie, which is, I don't know. I didn't mail it out for Christmas because of the podcast and because stuff was really getting slowed down in the mail. The USPS was very, very over extended this season. So I decided I didn't want this to get lost. I don't want a handmade item to get lost, but I'm going to be putting that in the mail this week. And also, there are a lot of things I promised some people that are going to go in the mail this week. Leslie, your Le Creuset, Autumn, all of your fabrics and stuff. And the woman who's been waiting patiently since last year for her prize for the Baby S Guess, that's going in the mail this week. And I'm really sorry. I've been dropping the ball on like a lot of stuff. And It's just who I am this year, I guess. It's pandemic, Danny. I'm sorry. So I mean well, but I'll get it in the mail. So I cut my hair a lot. I cut so much of it off because I had been wearing it in a bun for probably the whole pandemic because I'm not going anywhere and I have kids and I just wanted my hair. So it was in this bun. And a couple weeks ago, I noticed like my hair was hurting, like my scalp was hurting. And my hair was really dead because I was washing it and not drying it. You know, when you don't seal the follicles, they're open and they dry out, I'm guessing. You know, I don't know enough about hair, but so I cut a ton off, a ton. I mean, I think I cut about 6 inches off. It was well down my body. So, it feels a little healthier. And I used a haircut that I saw on Instagram where they said to like part it above your ears, brush it forward, cut it, and I did it. There you go. So it's not so bad. I would say like if you're really scared to cut your hair, then don't do it. But it grows back, guys. It's really not a big deal. I mean, in order to cut the back of my hair, I bring it to the front here, hold it real tight, cut it, pull it up, cut the top so it's straight, and it's fine. I mean, it will grow back, guys. And I'm sure that when this pandemic's over, everyone's going to be rushing to the hair salon and their hair's going to look crazy. So if you have grown out your hair a lot and you want to cut it off, I would say just keep growing it and give it to the places that make wigs for people with cancer. Because, I mean, let's try to find some positives in this pandemic and give people wigs that need them. So I hope you will do that. My hair is not healthy enough for that, and it was really dead. So but if you can grow really long, healthy hair, please consider donating it. So I tried blowing it back like Farrah, and it kind of looked a little bit more like Dorothy Hamill. So I just gonna leave it like this for now, but it's got lots of stuff in it. Okay. All right. It was fine all afternoon, and now it's in my eyes. Okay. Anyway, my next FO is a Chelsea mixer hat. I did not put a pom-pom on it yet. I bought Chelsea Luxe in Chunky in the colorway Winterberry. And this is what it knits up like, and this is what it looks like as a skein. It's really pretty. I mean, did everyone watch Christina's Vlogmas? For me, top 3. It was like, she got these crazy numbers, like everyone was watching it. She, Gigi, and Marlisa are the ones that I watched. Girl Meets Yarn, you know Gigi. No other description needed. And Chelsea, and I'm telling you, they were funny. Red Mac Mike is funny. He's funny. Anyway, there you go. Chelsea Luxe in Chelsea Luxe Chunky in Winterberry. It's beautiful. I love it. So I made the hat. I should have knit 1 more inch so that it slouched on me. I don't really like myself in hats, but I dressed the girls to go out in the snow the other day, and I did not have a hat for myself because every hat I make for myself, Franny takes it. But this one doesn't fit me so great. I'm probably going to make 1 size up or just knit it a little looser next time. But the girls loved it, so I didn't pull it out because I had another skein. See, I don't look good in hats. Maybe I should fix it a little. All right, let's try. Oh my gosh. All right, no. I don't even know how to put them on. Wow, you can see how uneven my bangs are. Oh, that's cute. Okay. No. I can't do this in the... Okay. Nope, still not cute on me. Still not cute. I don't like hats. I don't like them. I don't like knitting them. I don't like them. I liked knitting this hat. Oh, God. I am giving off major Joan Jett vibes today. I liked knitting this hat. It's the Chelsea Mixer hat. It's a free pattern on Chelsea Yarns. I couldn't find it in any prompts, so you just have to search Chelsea Mixer. But it was a great pattern. It took me a day. It was nothing. I needed a little bit of a palette cleanser for other things that I've been working on. And so since that's the end of my FOs, I'm going to show you what I've been working on. First off, I have my portage cardigan, and I have been trying very hard to finish this. This is something I wanted to make for Rhinebeck what would have been 2 years ago. Yes. How sad that I didn't have Rhinebeck this year. Oh well. I mean, I don't even know when I'm going to feel safe going back to these things. I don't know. We'll see how good these vaccines are. But this is the portage cardigan. And I love it. I love the neck, how cozy it is, and I love the pockets. But, you know, it has that waffle back, which is really just a bunch of cabling. And it took me a really long time because I'm not good at cabling, and I think I did the whole cable wrong on the whole back of it. So it kind of has a skew to it, which is really driving me batshit crazy. But I'm not pulling it out. I think that once I block it, it'll be something that is wearable. I can put a chain around the bottom of it like Chanel jackets have to give it some weight, maybe hold it in place. And I was thinking if it's really askew, I may sew an inner shell in it to kind of bring it back to center. It's not awful. I had Franny put it on the other day and it didn't hang that awful. It just hangs a little bit askew, which drives me up the wall. Anyway, I finally finished the 1x1 rib on the bottom of it. So this is the cardigan on the back. So it's like a pretty waffle, but I definitely did the waffles wrong because I don't know what I did. The 1x1 rib. So I did that wrong. But anyway, no big deal, right? It's consistency. If you did it all the same way, it's fine. So I did the 1x1 rib around the bottom. It's really, really pretty. This is lamb strings yarn in DK, and the colorway is Buried Alive. And it really has some pretty greens in it. I can't really see, oh, like right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. You see it? I got fuzz in my mouth. I hate that. Ugh. Got it. Yeah, you guys have all been there. I know. So anyway, I was gonna finish the bottom, but I wanted to bind off. And I am someone who really has problems with sweater bind offs. I either do them too loose and they look all wonky, or I do them too tight and it's not comfortable around my hips. So this one called for a tubular bind off. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do that. It's so confusing. It has like so many steps. It's like basically like a Kitchener, I guess. I don't even know how to do the Kitchener either. But I spent a lot of time on this cardigan and I want it to look nice. So I have been looking up and just reading about this tubular bind off. And then someone called it the Italian bind off. And I was like, oh, all right, I'll do it. Because, you know, Paisan. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to lock myself in this attic at some point all alone for a good hour and a half and do that. There are a lot of stitches here to bind off. But that's where we are on that. And then after I do that, I have to pick up all the stitches around the collar. And I'm going to do that with like 1,000 stitch markers before I pick up the actual stitches so that I can tell if it's spaced out or if I have the right number of them. But I'm also going to pick up for the sleeves at the same time so that I can do the sleeves when I'm alone and I can do the collar when I'm with the kids. Because the collar is just stockinette back and forth. So I always have to plan for these things so that I have a knitting project that's, you know, child friendly. Because, you know, there's certain things you just can't think about when your kids are around. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to have to prepare that. I'm going to need a little bit of time to prep it. And, oh, there's another pair of readers I have. I have readers in every bag because I have become, oh, there's rhinestones in here. So these are my Kate Spade readers. I look like a hot librarian. No, I look like a crazy person. Anyway, they're really dirty because the baby got her hands on them the other day. And she just, why are kids just grubby like that? Like I clean my kids like crazy. Anyway, so there's that. That is one whip. I started this whip a couple of days before Sammy was born. She's 18 months old. I forgot what needle I used for the body because I had to switch to a 5 on the bottom, and I knit the body in a 7. And I was like, oh, did I use the same brand? Did I use my Rosewoods? Did I use my, like, you know, Knitter's Prides, my knit picks? What did I use? Because I wanted to do the same for the arms. And stupidly, I hadn't left the needles in the bag. So I was like, oh, I remember knitting this when I was recovering from the C-section. I was in the hospital. So I looked up the picture and I figured out what needles I was using. And thank you, that was ingenious, I know. The next whip that I have, well, I have this whip that I'm going to finish, I just haven't, is my, my single color, I think, what are they calling it? Let me look it up, one sec. It's Knit Collage. It's the Kaleidoscope sweater. I was going to say pixelated, but it's not. It's the Kaleidoscope sweater. I think I showed this to you guys last time. I love it. I don't know if I'm knitting the right size. I think it's going to be way too big, but you know what? I don't care. I think that with Knit Collage, like a lot of people knit them and they fit, and I don't know if I would like that bulk to be like so tight on me. I think it would be very hot for me. So I think, well, this looks wacky now. I am all discombobulated. Can you guys tell? Pandemic Danny is a hoot. But I'm going to make it a little longer because it's like not, and then it should flatten out a little bit. So when I'm going to block this. So it's, but it is really big. Maybe I should make a smaller one. It's really big. It's not uncomfortable though. Might be nice, something to like throw over something if you're going out and then take it out off when you get there. So I'll put some cute sleeves on this, but I can't. I have an actual bra on today, which is so weird. I had to find it. So I guess I'm like, whoa, hey, the girls, yeah. Let's see. Ugh. I'm stuck. I don't wear real clothes anymore. Okay. Oy vey. All right, so I really do love it though. I think it's a pretty color. This is their, I believe it's called Antique Mauve, and wow. This hair, I mean, you just need a little bit of love. Okay, so I made, what size did I make? I made the size 3. Why did I do that? I don't know why I'm so hesitant to make the size 2. I always feel like when you're putting in all this work into your knits, to put them on and then they're too small would really suck. Can you steek Knit Collage? I'm not sure if you can, but I was like, maybe I should steek it and make like a nice long coat out of it. I don't know. Let's just knit it. And if we don't like it, then we frog it. I think that, you know, I've got so much done. It could be super cute. I like things oversized. I just do. So let's see. I'm going to finish that. Let's talk about my other project I'm doing, which is crochet. And you guys have been watching me, I think, seeing me maybe on Instagram, and I've been making this blanket for Franny, and it's actually getting really large. Like, this is the blanket, and it's really wide. And I don't know why, when I cast on the stitches, I didn't count them. I knew that I had a multiple of 3 plus 2, which I think is what it needed, because I was counting them by 3s, just pinching 3, pinching 3, pinching 3. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. And I made it super long, so it's like much taller than Franny, because I was going to do it horizontal. I think that that's the way it looked nice, but some people put them on vertically, and I realized that it's taller than she is anyway. So I started like this very, very loose pattern of it where I cast on with the brown here. And then I did 7 different colors, and I used brown again. And then I was like, oh, okay, let me do that again. So then I used 7 colors, which was a light one, a dark, a light, a dark, a light, a dark. And I would do it like that. And then I put another row of brown in. And so I'm calling them kind of like, not quadrants, but you know, they're sections. So I'm like, how many sections would I need to like cover Franny? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done 4. I'm into my 5th quadrant right now. I might go to 8. I'm going to see if 6 is big enough. For her, it might be. It might be. big enough for her to like actually put it on her and be warm. But you know, I also don't want to stop it because I've already done so much. I mean, like it's really, really big, you know? So, I really like it. You know, I'm not really a super huge fan of crochet. I really have nothing against it. I found some very beautiful crochet patterns that I want to tackle, and I really like making like the crowns and like little novelty things like flowers and things, but I'd never actually done like a full project with it. And so Franny loves it. She loves it, and so she really likes when my mom and I knit for her. It's really cute. My mom is making one of the olive and bean sweaters right now for Sammy. She made one for Franny, and so they're going to have them for Valentine's Day, which is really cute. So I'll show you that next time. But anyway, I'm using a 5mm hook, I believe, and I'm holding fingering weight double. And I have not been weaving ends in as I'm doing it. So this will be the bottom of the blanket, and I'm just going to add more fringe and cut it shorter so that it's cute. And then Franny will know which way is the top where her head goes and what is the bottom. And that way I don't have to weave in the frickin' ends. So that is my granny stripe blanket. I asked Skein Cocaine, you know, Gina, I asked her because she has a bunch of them going right now, and she sent me this, it was a web page from Attic something. I'll put it in the down bar, Attic something, and it had literally the clearest instructions on how to do this that I've ever seen. And so if you're someone who's a knitter and you've never crocheted and you want that, I would go to this and just give it a go. It's really, really not hard. It's therapeutic. It's something you can do when you're watching your children because you won't drop any needles, any stitches, I mean, and needles. There are no needles around your children. So I really like it. Also, it just makes things that are like insanely functional and that you can use all of your nubbins for. Because, you know, I've got nubbins, I've got nubbins. So we all have a lot of scraps, and so it's really good. I was just holding the fingering weight double, you know, the sock yarn double, which is great. And it makes it, actually, it's like really, really dense. I like it dense because it's a blanket. It's something heavier. So you want it to have a little heft to it, have a little thickness to it, so that it doesn't, you know, stretch out of shape and start showing signs of wear. But this is my granny stripe blanket, and since it's for Franny, I call it the Franny stripe blanket. I also got really smart. Kate Spade is like, everything is 75% off, so I bought a new wallet. And it was an expensive wallet that I got for like $40, I think. It's really cute, right? And it just like, you know, has like 6 card slots, some, you know, slots to stick things in. I don't have cash. Anyway, it snaps shut. It's got a zipper. It's adorable. And it fits in my project bag. So that when Shelly Can has an update and I go, oh, crap, I missed it. Is anything left? Yeah, I have my credit card on me. Now, I could put it in PayPal, but, you know, sometimes you want to, like, spread it out on different cards so that your husband doesn't see it. Yeah, that was me. All right, anyway, so those are my whips. Now, I have a couple things planned that I want to start, a couple palette cleansers that I like to do in betwixt doing other things. And this is what I'm planning. So they are knit collage. I have bought a lot of knit collage, and I really need a finished object. Plus, since I ruined my pixelated cardigan by leaving it in a window all summer where it bleached, I'm really mad about that. I want to make myself a really nice cozy cardigan to wear around the house. I bought one from LL Bean. It's like this fleecy house coat, and I wear it every single day. So that is my thing right now. I'm going to be making the Cozy Thoughts cardigan by Laurel Jervitz. I think that's how you say her name. And that is the cardigan. See how it has all that color work at the bottom? So it is a main color and then 3 contrasting colors, I believe. And it was so stupid of me to print this out in black and white. Usually I do that, but when there's a chart with color work, you print it out in color, okay? So I think I can do it from this. I don't think it's that bad. But yeah, it's a main color and 3 contrasts. So my main color is going to be the blue because I had bought a lot of this. I wanted to make my mom a blanket. And it wasn't coming out the way I liked in the blue. I may make it again in the cream if I can get my hands on a lot of the cream. So I'll do that if I can find the pattern for the blanket that I was making, because I really would like to share that with you guys, and I'm sure I can't find it because I am just a mess. Oh, here it is. Okay. There are a lot of good patterns on the Knit Collage website if you really dare to like go through them. This one is called Gallatin Mountain Throw by Cheryl Kubat. I don't know if I said any of that right. But this is the throw. It's really, really cute. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's like, it's really, really pretty. And it's like a lacy throw. And I loved it. I loved the way it was coming out, but I did not like the blue. It also requires you to put scraps of other yarns in betwixt some of the lines that are, it's like here, it's there. It's a very cool idea. I did not like what I chose. I didn't like it was coming out. So I frogged it, and I have a lot of this. I have about 6 skeins of this, which I think maybe I should make size 2. I don't know how many I need. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how many skeins I need. Let's see, main color, Yeah, I don't know. I can never find stuff when people are waiting. Yeah, I don't know. Materials. Oh, here, it's like it's like the first thing. Okay. Materials, main color. 4 or 5 skeins. So there you go. So I have 6 of these, and that should be fine. And I love the Knit Collage in the blue. It's really pretty, and it's got silver and gold stellina running through it, which I love. And then 3 contrasting colors. Now, I did see they have a hat version that's made in the blue, and it has these 3 colors. I believe it uses the mustard with the pink and the hot pink, but this skein of mustard that I got, it's very green, and I'm kind of liking this a little bit more, so I can buy more of this. I took the name band off it. I think it's like papaya, maybe I'm thinking mango, something like that, but I kind of like that. And this is the daisy chain, I think. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. But I really liked these together with the blue. And that is, I think Christy made this cardigan a long time ago. But they have the hat pattern that shows you these colors together, and it looks gorgeous. So that is what I'm going to do. And again, that is the Cozy Thoughts Cardi by Laurel Jervitz right here. And so that is part of what I'd like to do. I'm trying to do things with bigger yarn so that, you know, like when you're working on little things that are going to take a long time, you do something with big yarn that's going to be more immediate, you know. So I also love this. This is the Merci Beaucoup Beret. And I think it's adorable. And as I said, I don't like hats on me. So I really think that this might... It's like an unhat hat. They only have 1 picture. So that's that. Franny looked at it and was like, oh my God, you're going to make that leopard pom-pom? And I was like, no, hon, that was added later. I'm not going to make a leopard pom-pom. But I think that's cute. I like it. And I'm going to make it in this also because I have a ton of this. I'm sure I'll have enough. Believe me. I've got skeins of this shit. It's not shit. You just know what I mean. It's good stuff. So anyway, that is what I'm doing with that. I am all over the place. Yes, I also have a bunch of other sweaters that I want to make. But I want to make the Whitmore sweater. I want to make the Homeland sweater. I want to make, and there's one other one. I cannot find the pattern that I just printed out like yesterday, and I can't find it. So those are my things. That's my knitting. Now I would like to show you something. This is my planner. This is my planner. It is a plain planner. I don't have stickers. I just have a pen. You planner people have made me feel inadequate. Anyway, what I do now is I write what I watched on one side and I plan meals on the other. Because obviously we're not going anywhere. I mean, I know that people that are working right now need a planner. I love pen to paper. I love planning things. I always used to sit there when I was a customer service representative and I would sit and I'd pore over my calendar all day long planning things. I don't know why, because it was like you're answering phones, people are yelling at you. You know, I worked for a luxury company, so did I feel bad for people that were spending like $20,000, $30,000 on a watch? Nope. Didn't feel bad for them. Still helped them to the best of my ability, because if they spent that much on a watch, it should tell time. But no, I could hardly pay my rent, so I did not feel bad for people. But this was what I could do at my desk where it looked like I was working while I was working. So that's what I did. I am jealous of all of you with stickers, but I just think that since my daughter puts stickers on everything, I cannot bring stickers into this house just yet. So let's go to Stashquisitions. Can't say it. Okay. Do we need a Brio Duo of the week? Baba. I don't know that I have one, people. I know you've been waiting for it. I don't have anything exciting. I mean, I really, really like these two. Okay, we can do these two. But I mean, I'm sure I've done a Brio Duo that's like these because I love this colors together. And it's basically the same colors that I'm doing in my granny stripe blanket. But this is Sweet Sparrow Yarns in Grapefruit Sorbet on their Plover base, which is a 50-50 superwash and cotton. And it's a beautiful, beautiful light pink. And I think I showed you this already because I got it with some nutmeg skeins. Oh, where are the nutmeg skeins? They're beautiful. Okay, let's see. I don't know where I put them. My phone is in my tush. I don't know where I put them. They were originally supposed to go into Franny's blanket, but they kind of were too close to the brown, so I didn't put them in. But, yeah, Julie from Sweet Sparrow, her yarn is gorgeous. Get the nutmeg colorway. It's gorgeous. But this is Magpie Swanky DK. I'm interviewing this for a pattern that I want to do that takes a sport weight, but I think I might do it in a DK and just choose the size that supposed to fit me. And I usually go a size up for sweaters, so I'm going to choose the size that fits me, go up a needle size, and use DK. And her DK is very delicate, so I think it should work, but I obviously need to swatch, and I need to do that. So I bought one skein of it, and this is called Tupelo Extra. And she has a Tupelo honey color, which is a yellow, and this is more of a chestnut. And I just think that they're pretty together. You know, this is like my wheelhouse. This is the color. So that's your Brio Duo of, I would say, the week, but I don't podcast every week. I podcast every 3 months. So this is your Brio Duo of the 3 months. Okay. So let me start with my Stashquisitions. I first want to say I have joined the Magpie Fibers Society Club, and it was one of my Christmas presents. Sorry, I was checking my phone. It was one of my Christmas presents because it is expensive. It's a good chunk of change. But if you buy from a certain company a lot, as I've been doing with Magpie, it really does end up paying for itself. And you get 2 skeins of yarn. They dye a tonal, not a tonal, more of a variegated and a speckle every other month. They dye these special colorways that only you're entitled to, and you get either 1 skein of each or 2 of this one or 2 of this one. You get to choose. You get 2 skeins every other month. So you get 12 skeins a year as part of this membership fee. And then you also get 10% off anything else you buy. And, you know, sometimes they have like one-of-a-kinds in there that you can buy, or if you get you order 2 of something and then you decide, well, I can't really do anything with 2 skeins. I want to buy extra skeins of that. You can buy extras. Like they just, it's a good club. It is. It's expensive. I'm not going to lie. Her stuff is very, very, luxurious. It is. I love knitting with it. If you are going to spend the time to do something really, really nice, and if you're able to buy her yarn, I would say do it. Her Swanky DK is an 80, 10, 10. So far, she's done 2 Swanky DKs, 1 Swanky sock, which is the same composition, but sock yarn instead of DK. I showed you that I got the pink one that was like with the taupes and stuff. I got that one 2 months ago. And then I had to pick my next one. So that was the October colorway. And then there was a December colorway. And then I just picked my February colorway. So this is, I just got this in the mail. This is Aurora Borealis. And these were my 2 skeins from December. This is not really a colorway that's me, so I may end up destashing it. It has a lot of different colors in it. You can really see that, you know, it's really dyed with care. It's very cool. But it's really just not, this one, you can see all the colors. You see it? It really is. Aurora Borealis is a very good name for this. But, again, it's not really me, so it might go into a destash. But, you know, you pick them. You pick the ones you want. They have the speckle. I don't love speckled yarn all the time. But then they have these Selkie one-of-a-kinds. And so I grabbed them. I think they were a little dark to be Selkie, and I think Selkie is a gray or a brownish. And I guess they didn't turn out the way that she thought the colorway should look, so they get listed, and I thought they were really, really nice. So, you know, it's nice to have some random skeins of, oh, these are sock. I thought they were DK. Anyway, I can hold it double to make DK. It's nice to have some really dark skeins sometimes when people ask you for hats, because men seem to like dark gray, dark brown, or black hats. Now, it is a pain in the ass to knit it. Get an Ottlight, do it. So I have these. And, you know, when you buy anything other than the 2 skeins you're allotted every other month, you get 10% off. So I bought this, and if I like it, if I like the way it knits up, I'm going to buy the rest of the sweater quantity. And it'll be 10% off. So that's what I'm doing this year. I try to do a club from all different people every year. You know, like I don't know if I'll do Magpie next year. If I do, if I love it, I'll do it again. But, you know, I'm liking it so far. And I have also ordered some Boulin Vine. And I've gotten, I mean, right? Who gets this much Boulin Vine? Must be because of the pandemic. Must be, because I've been getting in there and getting it. And I really, really wanted these colors. I want to do her, what's the shawl called? Stoker. I want to do her Stoker shawl. And I loved this green. I thought it was really, really different. You know, I don't know that I'm going to use it. If I don't end up using it, it'll get destashed. But I think it's beautiful. And it sparkles so good. It sparkles so good. But I grabbed 4 skeins of it. And I was able to. And I was really excited. And then she had this colorway called By Candlelight. And I don't know. This is just like my wheelhouse. Now, in my defense, this looked like more of a gold on the internet. But when it came, it was like a glazed pecan. And I can't be upset with that. So I wanted to do it, obviously, in her yarn. But again, if I decide to go another way with that, this will end up in a destash. So look out for those. You know, and when I destash things, it's never, I hope no dyers ever take it personally. It really, sorry, crinkle. It really just means that I have planned something, I bought the yarn for it, and then I just changed my mind. I wanted to go in a different direction. So that happens. Then I was interviewing these yarns because I want to make another portage. And I bought yarn from Black Mountain Yarn Shop. And they sent me a cute little sticker. And I really like supporting this yarn shop. They are wonderful. And I also like that they had sweater quantities of yarn experiments. And I really, really love yarn experiments. So I thought this one was cool. This one's called Honey. And it's a tweed DK. You know, and I didn't know. Now that I look at it, I don't think I'd want a sweater in this color. But I'd like a hat in this color because it's very light. And I also think it would be really good as a brio duo with this. which is rust. So this is rust on their tweed. And I thought that my next portage would be really great in rust. So they had a sweater quantity of this, and I'm going to knit up a swatch. And if I like it, I'll go for the sweater quantity. So yeah, you got to try things, right? You got to taste them. You got to taste it. Yarn taste it. Anyway, so those are yarn experiments. There you go. And this is called their Monkey Decay. Monkey Tweed Decay, sorry. And so, crinkle alert, going back in the bag here. But I thought they were really pretty, and I was really happy to see that they had that. And they wrapped it really well. Then I bought some cake wool. So this is, who's texting me? Don't they know I'm podcasting? It's my husband. Okay, he's telling me that Dan Levy was on Saturday Night Live last night. I know, I forgot. Now I have to watch it today. I'm definitely going to watch it today. I hope you wrote some of the episode, because John Krasinski was on last week. And I love John Krasinski, but the episode was because, I don't know, the writing, I don't know. Anyway, I bought cake wool, and these colors are really like not me, and I loved them. And so I am interviewing for a fingering weight sweater that has flowers. So I think I'm going to do the body in green and then do the flowers in either some light blues, some light greens. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the body in this light green. This green is so cool. How cool is that? I mean, Alyssa's really, I love her dyeing. It's so comforting. I don't know. I love the way she dyes. This is called Miss Mary. And this is called Butterscotch. Good name. It is Butterscotch. Oh my God, now I want a butterscotch. Does anyone know those? Did your grandmother have butterscotches like mine did? Always. And this one is called Lady of Shalott. And I love this. I actually may see if she has more of these, because look at that. So good. Beckletastic. And I love the candy that's coming with everything. I mean, I love these. Toasted coconut hard toffee. Oh, that sounds really good. I'm going to eat that. Perfectly mint tea. I got 4 things of tea from Christina with like a lollipop and 2 taffy. The taffy was delicious. I had to suck on it though, because I'm like, I'm not pulling my dental work out when I can't go to the dentist right now. But thank you so much, Alyssa. I love it. I love getting little things with it. Like whenever you buy a Shelly can, right? I've been getting these, the Season's Greetings cards. So I used one for the kids as like their letter from Santa. And then Franny keeps finding these everywhere going, oh, isn't that like, how did Santa get the same like stationery you have? And I was like, oh, well, you know, he can't carry it with him on the sleigh, so I have to have it ready for him. And then he writes the letter to you guys. Like, parenting is like an exercise in lying. Yeah. But Franny was like so excited. I have to edit that so you guys can see Christmas morning, because it was a lot of fun. What else did I buy? So I think that's it for yarn, but then I bought other things, of course. You saw my Z-Lules, which are my glasses. And then I got myself a hokey bag. Now, I did not have a hokey bag. You guys all are going like apeshit over them. They're beautiful. They're also very expensive, and I know I have kids that ruin things, so I was like, okay. But this one is so Penny Lane, you know, like very almost famous. And I think that Van Ray has one. We all have to have all the same things. It's just the way we are. And so I bought it. It is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. I'm not unhappy with it in any way. I just need to start looking at the measurements of things and actually looking at a ruler so I can see how big something is. Because it could say, oh, it's 9 inches by 12 inches. And I'm like, oh, that's huge. Well, no, it's not huge. But I do really love it. I love how it has these 2 things, and you pull one, you pull the other, and then it's a little bag. I wish that it had little like D-rings on the side in here so I could add like a big long strap and wear it. And I may actually do that. My sewing is awful, so I don't want to deface my hokey bag. But I want it to be like usable as like a crossbody. So Either that or I can just hook it onto the side, these sides right here. Yeah, maybe I'll just do that. I'll hook it onto the sides and then I can wear it with all my spell hippie clothes. But it's beautiful and I'm really, really happy with it. And the leather is fantastic. Fantastic. I mean, I hate that leather comes from animals. Like, it bothers me, but it's, I know there shouldn't be any buts, but it's just like really luxurious. It's beautiful. And it smells good. I love it. I love this bag. Yeah. I love suede. I love suede. I'm not really a fan of leather. Like, I like the little bits of leather that are on like these handles and everything, but I love suede. Black suede boots, brown suede boots, suede jackets, fringe. I love it. I love it all. Then I went a little wool witch crazy. So I got the 500 piece make flare puzzle, which I just really, really like. I mean, you can't see it. It's, yeah. Anyway, I just really, really love her designs. And I loved this one that said, you know, make on one side and it looked all celestial. I really like celestial things. And then I got the Wool Witch t-shirt. I just really like this logo. It's really, really cool. But this is a good size bag. I like this bag. This is a good, like, around the house, stick your knitting in it, zip it shut to protect it from your cat. My cat's been pissing all over my house. I'm really not happy about that. Yeah, you want to come here? I know, I'm really enticing, right? Anyway, it has pockets inside. I just really, really love it. I really do. And it's like a good little, like, on your wrist kind of bag. So, again, I always wish bags had, like, just, you know, D-rings on the side so you could put a strap on them. But I really, like, this bag is a cute project bag. I think I'm going to use this a damn lot. It's dark inside, so I may line it with something so that I can see the stuff inside. But other than that, it's adorable, and I love it. So I think that's it. I think it's it. Oh, guys, I broke my camera when I was doing Vlogmaka. So I got myself another PowerShot G7X. These are not cheap. I'm really upset I had to buy another one. I was like a couple months out of my warranty from the last one. I had it on a tripod and I walked through the kitchen and the baby and I just plowed into it and I didn't even look back. I knew it was broken. But Christina from Chelsea Orange, she broke hers doing Vlogmas. So, yeah, if you're going to do that next year, guys, be careful with your cameras. I have so much stuff. Oh, Madonna mia. Never any time. It's like my husband has taken over the attic, which I'm fine with. Obviously, he's the breadwinner. He deserves some space. But Franny likes to come up here and do crafts, and then it's like pigsty, and I wish I had more to report to you guys. I wish I had more to talk about. I am just, this pandemic is just, it shouldn't still be going on. I mean, people today, they're partying in Florida for the Super Bowl. I mean, like, what? I mean, this pandemic should not still be going on. There are people that are deliberately keeping it going. And that, I think, is what's giving me anxiety, is that, like, we could have defeated this virus if we all had banded together. But someone had to make it political, and someone had to make masks political, and someone has to make the vaccine political. And, you know, I mean, I am all for protesting, but I knew it. As soon as I saw the Capitol being insurrected, I knew that they were going to compare it to the Black Lives Matter protests. I knew it. And I was going to put it on Instagram, and I pulled myself back. I'm like, no. And then 10 minutes later, it was on the news where some stupid pundit was saying it. And I was like, but then there were protests outside of Dodger Stadium last week where they were trying to vaccinate people. So people were in cars waiting to be vaccinated, had vaccination appointments. The vaccine was there. And protesters came and blocked their way in. They had to shut down the site. California's on fire right now. I mean, you know, we had fires last year, and this year, the pandemic is raging there. People need to get vaccinated. Like, get out of the way. Protesting, you can't protest someone else's choice. Like, This is not something that hurts other people. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. But you can't protest that. The Black Lives Matter protests were people protesting for their lives. They were literally protesting for their lives, and you want to compare that to a bunch of idiots that insurrect the Capitol? I mean, really? I'm beside myself with what is going on in this country. I mean, I wore my Proud Lola shirt today. Someone had the nerve to say something negative about this beautiful little t-shirt and this beautiful little girl yesterday. And of course, you know Adela had a perfect response to it. But seriously, people always have something to say. And for some reason, people think that everyone should agree with them. My politics, if you don't want to agree with me, then don't agree with me. Just make sure that your politics don't hurt someone else. That is all I'm asking. Make sure that what you believe does not extend onto someone else and suffocate them. That's it. It's really that simple. If you want to be a wonderful Christian, then be a wonderful Christian. Don't press your Christianity on other people and suffocate their rights to feed the hungry or get people vaccines, or have health care. Don't use your Christianity or any religion as a weapon. That is what's going on in this country, and that is why it's disgusting. So, I'm just losing my mind lately, and I know a lot of you must agree with me because you're still here, and a lot of people aren't. And I'm okay with them. I'm okay with the fact that they slam their door in my face because I don't need people around that are okay with what they believe in hurting other people. That is not okay. So, until I like to say next week, I'm going to say goodbye because I don't want to keep going. But that is what I hope you take with you if you take anything from this podcast. Just make sure that what you're doing in your life, even if it's right for you, is not hurting someone else. Okay? So, I wish you all well. I wish you health. I wish your families health. I wish you happiness in these very, very dark times. And I wish you strength to fight anything that is strangling you and your voice. Because your voice is all you have sometimes. So, let it out. All right, everyone. I will talk to you soon. I will try to podcast again soon. It's not going to happen, but I will try. I love you all. Have a very, very good week. And if you are in an area where there is snow, try to enjoy it. It's kind of magical. I know it sucks and you wake up and you have to shovel, but for a moment there, look out your window at night. It's magical. All right, guys. Bye.